Okay, so you're constantly just swimming in information, right? Everywhere you look.
Absolutely. Overload is kind of the default state these days.
Exactly. Well, the deep dive, this is your shortcut. We cut through the noise, get straight to what really counts.
Mm-hmm.
And today, we're getting into something pretty profound, I think. A truth for anyone who's ever, hit a major wall.
A real setback.
It's this really striking idea, summed up perfectly in one line. The first robbery was done to you.
Right.
The second robbery happens because of you.
Yeah, that hits hard. And it actually came out of the pretty intense world of trading scams. High stakes, sometimes really brutal stuff.
But it's not just about trading scams, is it? That's what we're exploring.
Not at all. Its wisdom goes way beyond that. So yeah, our deep dive today is really about pulling that idea apart, dissecting it.
Seeing how it applies everywhere.
Exactly. And figuring out how you can stop that second robbery, the one that, honestly, often hurts much more.
Right. Let's unpack that. So the first robbery, that's the external thing.
That's it. Could be money, yeah. Okay. Or maybe someone stole your idea, broke your trust, a business deal falls through.
Something someone else did to you. It hits you from the outside.
And it's painful, very real, but often maybe temporary in the grand scheme of things.
Okay, but then there's the second one. And this is where you said it gets really tricky.
Yeah, this is the self-inflicted one. Way more dangerous, I think. It's what happens when you let that first hit, that external blow, just take over.
Define your whole future.
Precisely. It's when you quit the dream. You just surrender your purpose, let the setback kill your drive.
And that kind of loss, that's different.
Totally different. Loss of identity, loss of purpose. That can stick. That can be permanent. And the crucial thing is it comes down to a choice you make.
Wow. So the material we're digging into, it argues the real catastrophe isn't the first hit.
Not really, no.
Yeah.
It's that second one, the internal collapse. Because that's what lets the scammer or the market crash or whatever the setback was.
Win twice.
Exactly. Win twice. First, they take the money or the opportunity, whatever. But then, if you quit, they also steal your future, your courage, your vision of who you could be.
So our mission here in this deep dive is basically to give you the tools, the insights to make sure that second robbery just doesn't happen.
That's the goal. Prevent the internal theft. What's so interesting here is how this reframes it all. That first hit, painful, yes. Survivable, usually.
You're the victim, plain and simple.
Right. Unequivocally.
Yeah.
But if you let that pain make you give up, you kind of become, well, an accomplice.
An accomplice to your own downfall.
Yeah, an accomplice to that second robbery. Choosing to surrender isn't just hitting pause. It actively blocks off all the future success, all the growth that could have happened.
That really clarifies it. Okay, so if that first hit is sometimes, just part of the game, unavoidable, how do we stop number two? What are the practical steps?
Well, that's exactly what this deep dive gets into. There's this powerful four-step plan for building that resilience. And the very first step, it's separate the scam from your purpose.
That sounds absolutely vital because when you get hit, especially by a scam, it feels so personal. It feels like it just, cancels out everything you were trying to do.
It really does.
Yeah.
But think about it. A scam is a crime. Someone acted against you. It's about their lack of ethics.
Okay.
But your purpose, building that business, mastering that skill, pursuing that creative dream, or, even trading, that's about you, your skill, your discipline, your vision.
Right. Two separate things.
Totally separate. You absolutely cannot let some thief redefine your worth or say your goals aren't valid anymore. Just because one crook exists doesn't mean the whole field is corrupt or that your journey was pointless.
It's like, you used a good analogy before we started, cybersecurity.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like a cyber breach. What do?
Yeah.
You find the vulnerability, you patch the hole, you learn from it. You don't just, set your entire computer network on fire and swear off technology forever.
Huh. Right. Okay, patch the system, don't burn it down. That makes sense. It moves you from feeling like a total victim to someone fixing a specific problem.
And that leads right into step 2. Transform loss into fuel. This is where you start actively taking back the reins.
Fuel, okay.
Instead of just, stewing in the anger or the hurt, which is natural for a bit, you consciously ask, okay, what did this teach me? What's the actual lesson here?
Be specific.
Very specific.
Yeah.
If it was a money scam, right? Lesson 1, never send money to weird offshore accounts. Or lesson 2, always Always check if they're licensed with the official regulators.
Or maybe even start small with anything new before going all in.
Exactly. Write these down, like physically write them. This isn't just making a to-do list. It's what they call cognitive reframing.
Okay.
You're turning this passive, negative thing that happened to you into an active learning moment for you. That pain becomes real, practical wisdom. It's your new armor. Makes you a much harder target next time.
That's a really constructive way to handle it. Turn pain into armor. I like that. So, okay, you've got your lessons. Step 3 is rebuild strategically, not emotionally.
This isn't about pretending it didn't hurt.
Can't just bury the feelings.
No, absolutely not. The material actually says, acknowledge it. Take a week. Grieve if you need to. Be angry. Be sad. Frustrated.
Oh.
Totally normal. Necessary even.
Okay.
But after that time, the focus shifts deliberately to strategic, low-risk action.
Low risk being the key words there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So back to the trading example. Maybe you go back to paper trading. Simulated stuff. No real money involved.
Right. Practice mode.
Or using micro lots. Teeny tiny amounts of capital. So small that any loss is basically irrelevant financially. The goal here isn't profit, not yet. It's process.
Getting the mechanics right again.
Exactly. Setting tiny, achievable goals. Like, today, I will follow my risk rules 100%, or I'll execute my strategy perfectly 5 times on paper. It rebuilds your confidence, your discipline, without putting more capital on the line.
You're getting back in the saddle, but safely. Carefully. Strengthening your own systems before you gallop off again.
That's a good way to put it. Rebuilding internal strength. Which brings us neatly to the last step, number 4. Reframe the narrative.
Okay. The story you tell yourself.
Yeah, and this might be the most empowering part. Instead of the story being, I got scammed, I'm an idiot, I failed.
Which is where your head naturally goes sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. But you consciously, proactively change that story. You reframe it to, I got scammed, therefore I am now a harder target.
Ah, interesting. Turn the negative into a qualification almost.
Kind of. Because scammers, like any predator, really, they look for easy prey. They tend to avoid people who look like they know what they're doing, who've been burned before and learned from it.
So by going through this, by learning, by implementing those lessons.
You basically leveled up. You are stronger, wiser, much less vulnerable than before. You've taken this potentially devastating moment and actually turned it into an advantage.
Wow. That's a powerful sequence. Separate, fuel, rebuild, reframe. So, okay, let's zoom out. What does this all mean for you, the listener? Because the material we looked at really emphasizes this isn't just about cash, right?
Not at all. Your dream, whatever it is, trading, yes. But also building a startup, making art, any kind of real mastery you're chasing, it's not just about the immediate profit or the end result.
It's the journey itself.
It's the journey. Yeah, it's the mastery you're building along the way, the discipline you're forcing yourself to learn, the self-reliance you develop step by step.
Things a scammer can't touch.
Exactly. They can steal your currency, sure. That's tangible. But they cannot steal the knowledge you've earned. They can't steal the resilience you've just built by surviving this. They can't steer your vision for who you're becoming.
Unless you let them.
Unless you let them. That's where the second robbery becomes that choice again. Quitting, surrendering, because of that first loss. That's what allows them to effectively erase all those incredibly valuable, intangible things you've gained.
So staying in the game, honoring your own journey, even with the bumps, and yes, even the scams. That's how you really win.
That's the real victory. There's this quote from the material that just nails it. They took my money fine.
Okay, acceptance.
But if I let that steal my courage, my focus, my future,
Uh-oh.
I've handed them a knife and asked them to stab me again.
Oh.
I refuse to be my own thief.
I refuse to be my own thief. That's powerful, and it makes you think about, the legends in any tough field.
Yeah. Think about trading people like George Soros, Paul Tudor Jones, or innovators, artists, anyone who achieved something great.
They didn't get there by avoiding losses, did they?
Absolutely not. They face huge losses.
Yeah.
Devastating setbacks. Some from the markets themselves, maybe some from bad situations, bad actors. Who knows?
But what made them legendary wasn't dodging the hits.
It was their refusal to let those hits define them. They got knocked down hard, but they kept going, kept learning, kept rising.
So your dream, then, it's not just a project or a goal.
No, it's more than that. It's really a testament, isn't it, to who you are, your character, your resolve. Don't let some criminal or any setback, really, write the ending to your story.
Keep trading, keep learning, keep rising.
Couldn't say it better.
Just on a very practical memorable note we picked up from the source material. A slightly funny warning, actually.
Please, listen carefully.
Never, ever send funds to, wait for it, Forex NFP killer investment scheme.
Chuckles. Yeah, that's apparently a real name someone used. Forex NFT killer investment scheme.
What a name. Just, yeah. Don't let that be the thing that takes you down.
Please don't.